Okay, welcome to the first video I've really ever done. I'm going to Everest Base Camp at the end of the year. I know it's early, but I wanted to get this out of the way. So number one, I could figure out how the new camera worked and the editing and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to go through what I'm packing for this, and maybe once I upload it and people can give me some ideas of if I've missed anything or if I should change anything. All right, here we go. So outer layers, very important. So I've got a rain poncho to go over myself and the pack that I'm taking. It's brand new, never been out of the packet. So if it's just light, I've got an old rain jacket that I've had for years, more probably for wind and little sprinkles than anything else, but that'll go over the top of everything if necessary. This is, don't know if it's any brand name, but Crane Performance, never heard of it, I don't even know where I got it. Just bought this big puffy jacket from MacPack, a New Zealand company that I'm really impressed with, and I'm tending to buy a bit more of their stuff. So this is hopefully will keep me warm because I really don't like the cold. All right, for layers, I've got everything in these bags, so they're all color coded. So blue is all the shirts and base layers and tops and that sort of stuff. Over here I've got a red one that's got socks and jocks and pants. And then I've got a green one that's got the sleeping gear, but I'll go into that in a little bit. So I've got a few buffs to stop the dust. As far as base layers go, I'm getting really into mesh tops. So this is a merino mesh top bought from a company called Dervi. They specialise in elite bicycle riders. Mesh is supposed to wick away everything, and it's actually what they used in the first Everest Treks. And then the gays got hold of it and made it fabulous. And we're going to take it back again. So Norwegian and Scandinavian Army use these in the snow as well. So I've got a few t-shirts. They are merino wool, so hopefully they don't stink. So I've got 2 short sleeve and 2 long sleeve, and I'll sort of I'll mix and match them all, obviously. I've got these things too. These are summer sun protection, long sleeve, comes with its own hood and its own buff. People wear them for fishing and that sort of stuff. I figure it might be a good thing, so I'll give it a shot. I got 2 of them. Yeah, there's the merino shirts. Yeah, I've got a somewhere. Oh yeah, that's the merino one. I've got a another warmer top, a mid layer, but I've already thrown it away. So pants. Got some packable rain pants. I've got these that are quite, hopefully quite warm. I got given these as a gift, so we'll see. These will be a secondary layer to go over the top once we get to those higher elevations. Got a couple of pairs of shorts and one pair of tracking pants that is actually quite thin. So that second one will go over the top of this if it's too cold for me. So we'll see. merino underpants. These things are not cheap, but hopefully well worth the price. Once I've put them in the pack and in the suitcase, I've actually got these things, so I can vac these up and hopefully reduce the footprint of how much space it takes. So we'll see if they work. So as far as the bedding goes, I've got this thing from MacPack as well. This is like a mesh. It's really, really light, but it's really, really warm. So I'll put that over the top of my thermals if I require it. And again, I've got a mesh base layer, plus thermals, plus some heavy socks, and plus some little booty things that hopefully I can wear in the tea houses and that sort of stuff on the downtime. What else we got? All right, as far as cleaning goes, I've got these things. I found them online, and they just come up as a little, almost as, I mean, I've had pills bigger than this. So what happens is you put a bit of water on them, and they turn into this. So much the same as when you're going into a nice hotel, they give you these warm things. I think they're pretty much the same thing. And they just come in, there's like 10 or something, 10 or 15 in here. I've got a couple of them. So, and I've also got this, which is, so it's all really, really dry at the moment, but it put a bit of water on them, and it's what they use in hospitals. So it's an easy cleanse bath, disposable washcloth. So it's no rinse, self-sudsing. So hopefully in the areas that I can't get a shower, these will keep me clean enough. We shall see. I also got some hand warmers and some foot warmers. I'm not really sure whether I'll take these yet, because they actually weigh quite a bit. And I haven't really done my weighing of all the stuff that I have. I'm going to go back and forth and make sure that I'm under the weight that they require. So it's 10 kilos for the big bag that the porters carry, and then 5 kilos for the backpack that you've got. That's at least getting on the plane. Obviously, you probably carry more with all the extra crap people have on your backpack, so a little bit less for the porters to carry, hopefully. But we shall see. But one of the biggest things I've got to work out, and I haven't quite got it yet, I'm using this bag as an example. This weighs 3.5 kilos on its own, so you've got to take into account that with the 10 kilos. So I've written to my trekking company asking them what the weight of the duffel that they supply is, so that I can work out my numbers. What else we got? Charging stuff. So I bought 2 of these. These are 5,000 amp hour battery banks, and they're magnetic. So they just, once I take this out of the case, boom. So they're nice and small. I've got 2 of them. If I've got the case on, obviously they won't work on the magnetic side of things, but I can just put that on the table, put that on top of it, and it actually charges through the case. So battery stuff, so got a universal charger to make sure that I'm covered in all the different areas that I'm going to. I also got this thing just to make it a little bit easier to recharge stuff. It's got a couple of USB ports, and then I've got USB chargers and that sort of stuff. So I got these little bags from Cedar Summit, and they're all nice and really hard, waterproof, so if anything happens, nothing's going to get damaged. So that one's got the charging stuff in it. This one's got cables and the power banks, and the big one is going to have snacks. So I'm going to vacuum pack biltong and take some lollies and things like that, and that'll be for my. This will be my snack pack. And then they all go into a dry bag just to, because I'm overcompensating and I don't want anything to get wet. Let's see. Okay, bedding. So I am no longer a sleeping bag guy. I'm a quilt guy, and for that I've got a Zenbivy quilt, and I love this thing. One of the benefits of it over other quilts that I can see is that actually you can buy a sheet for it, and then as you can see there's no back to it. It's just like a quilt like you have at home. Put your feet in this little feet box. The advantage here of the Zenbivy over the other ones that I can see, and I'm not being paid by Zenbivy, is there's extra over here, so when you clip it in, you can toss and turn all night and you're not going to expose your back to the wind. I love this thing. This one is not really rated to Everest, so I actually bought a second one that's rated to negative 10 degrees, and if that's not going to be enough, obviously I've got the clothes. But I also have a Cedar Summit Thermalite Reactor Extreme sleeping bag liner that I can utilise as well. This will give me a few extra degrees, hopefully. Let's see, the pack. So I bought a new pack, and this is a 38 litre. I can't even remember where I bought it now, or what company makes it. But I like this because it's got an angled bottle holder, so I can just grab it out of there. 38 litres should be more than enough. It's yeah, you'd think the label of who made it would be on it. I'm sure someone would recognise that symbol. I can't remember. So in that angled one, that's where the lifesaver goes. And then in the other side, I've got a 1.5 litre Nalgene, and that comes with an insulated sleeve. So hopefully it's not going to freeze overnight. And I also have an insulated tube as well. So when I'm walking, I don't have to stop and take it out. I can actually just use the tube. Medicines, I'll take any medicines that I need. Hopefully I don't have to worry about Diamox and things like that. I've got a couple of pairs of polarised glasses. So for shoes, I'm just taking my Hoka trail runners. These are the Challenger 8s. What I might do, however, is get another pair of shoes, get a bigger pair so that I can wear 2 pairs of socks with them and have them waterproof Gore-Tex or whatever, so at those higher elevations, or if it's raining, I can just change the shoes and I'm not going to get soaking wet through them, because if we do get rained on, it'll probably take a while to dry in those elevations. Apart from that, I think that's about it. I'm going to put all this stuff in, including the small backpack there, in a suitcase and take it to Nepal with me, because the company actually supplies the duffel that we will take on the actual trek itself. But oh yeah, I've got beanies and I've got gloves. Like I said, I really don't like the cold, so I'm sort of second guessing myself why I'm doing this. But I'm doing it in October, so hopefully it won't be too cold, so we'll see. And that, I think, is about it. So if anybody's got any suggestions or something that I've missed, or something that I should be taking, hit me up in the comments and let me know. Cheers.